What is up, guys? It's me, the ALE double X Prince. I can't believe I'm saying that. I haven't said that in a long fucking time, and I am glad. I'll talk more about as to what the hell I've been up to and what I've been doing, where I've been. But I want to get to the end of it. Let's talk some wrestling. All right. This is gonna be a big week for wrestling, and I decided to start with watching Monday Night Raw. Rookie mistake, because this show was not good. Yeah, it was a pretty disappointing ass show. It started strong. Clearly, Paul Heyman running the show. He knows how to start a show. He kind of knows how to end a show. As far as putting things in the middle is hard. Well, then again, it's fucking 3 hours. What the hell are you gonna do like for 3 hours? And let's just get on with the show. And I kind of waited to like, cause I've been at work and I've been doing like a lot of things. You know what? I'll just tell you guys more about my personal life and what I've been doing in a later video. I just want to get this Raw review because let's talk. I like talking wrestling for once. Rey Mysterio opens the night. He's basically was gonna talk about how he's proud that he's gonna fight at the in the main event for the Universal Championship. Um, and personally, I don't like what they did. I mean, this segment, what I'm about to talk about, it was definitely something new, something fresh, and something unique, something I did not expect. But let's talk about something that happened later. Later in the show, the Firefly Funhouse segment, Bray Wyatt kind of already spoiled the ending. I mean, I knew that Seth Rollins was gonna end the show with him as the Universal Champion, but make it more like you know, he didn't talk about Rusev, which I'll get to later. Yeah, he didn't talk about Rusev. He didn't talk about Rey Mysterio. He didn't talk about anything. He just focused on Seth Rollins. Basically, like, yeah, we're gonna get Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins, like, because regardless of what's gonna happen, uh, Bray Wyatt was gonna face the Universal Champion. He was not gonna face. It could have been Rusev versus Bray Wyatt. It could have been Rusev versus Rey Mysterio versus Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell in a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship. So that like it just kind of kills the vibe. I was just like, all right, Rusev is not gonna win. Let's- uh, but anyways, Rey Mysterio. The reason why he got replaced by Rusev was because Brock Lesnar comes out for no reason. He's about to cut a promo, and then Brock Lesnar just beats the shit out of Rey Mysterio. Okay, typical. We're gonna get Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. Kind of an interesting match. We've seen it once in 2003, I believe, but this is gonna be the first time it's gonna be like when once Rey Mysterio has become the megastar that he is, and Brock Lesnar, well, he's Brock Lesnar. But I'm curious to see the match simply for the fact of what the hell happened. We had Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of Dominic. Fucking suplex. Dominic took it like a G. Took him suplex at fives. He got hurt. Rey Mysterio is fucking crying, so he got it. They both left the building, which made sense. That was a perfect way to start. And the explanation was kind of like a weird one, but it was actually kind of like an interesting one. Like basically, Paul Heyman's like, we didn't ask to come to the Raw season premiere. We didn't care. We have to get ready for a fight on Friday on SmackDown. Technically Tuesday because no longer will we have SmackDown live. So, um, Paul Heyman basically said, yeah, if anything, it's Vince McMahon's fault for being the shit out of Dominic. Don't put Brock Lesnar in a bad mood, basically. And eventually, Rusev gets replaced. Rey Mysterio gets replaced by Rusev because he saves Seth Rollins from Baron Corbin and Randy Orton, a random combination. Uh, After the Hulk Hogan Ric Flair segment, which let me just get that one out of the way because it was fucking stupid. That Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan over like about to start a fight, but thankfully they didn't because that would kill Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan is too damn old and you know no one likes him. Let's be real. Um, and I guess in Saudi Arabia, they're going to do a Team Flair versus Team Hogan, basically a Survivor Series match, which makes no sense because Survivor Series is the following month. It's fucking stupid. Anyways, that's going to happen. Um, so yeah, uh, that's That's one of the things that's gonna happen. Then we had Sasha Banks beat Alexa Bliss in a weird ass finish. She just kind of like pulls her tights and or her underwear, whatever the fuck it's called. And basically she just rolls her up. Basically, I like how she did it. Like I like how Sasha Banks used like Bailey, like oh Bailey, look, and she's not even there. That was pretty smart way to end the match. I just didn't like how it ended, just like a wedgie, and that's it. It was fucking stupid. And then Becky Lynch chases Sasha, and then she goes, "Oh, we're gonna you won't be running a Hell in the Cell because you'll be trapped in there with me." Later, Sasha Banks cuts a promo, cuts off Maria Kanellis, um, and basically she goes that there's only been two women Hell in the Cell matches, and I've been in the first one. So what makes you think that you're gonna beat me? I just want Sasha Banks to win, just cause. But I don't want Sasha Banks to be a bitch. I want her to be a boss. And by bitch, I don't mean like an asshole. I want Sasha Banks to be an asshole. I just don't want her to be a coward. That's all I want. That's all I could ask for, and that's gonna be great. Then we had one of the probably the match of the night, and it wasn't even like a great match, but it was Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus Heavy Machinery. This made Otis from Heavy Machinery and Tucker pretty like legit stars. Otis does not give a fuck. He just does whatever he wants, and I fucking like it. He's not scared of being embarrassed. All these wrestlers wants to be professional. Like this is wrestling. Sometimes you gotta figure out how to get over with the crowd. You know. Do you think I'm gonna be over if I'm just like a typical YouTuber here, just like oh yeah, uh, Dolph Ziggler was great. He did that. No, you want to see somebody like with passion, And Robert Roode and Otis were definitely the highlights of this entire match. It was a great match. I'm not a digging Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler as a tag team. It's fucking dumb. But hey, you work with what you got, right? Um, yeah. What's next? We had the Miss TV segment. I already talked about that. We had the Viking Raiders or the Viking Experience, whatever the hell you want to call them. They beat Gallows and Anderson, which makes sense because Gallows and Anderson they've had enough wins to, take a loss for once, and it's building up the War Raiders. Here's a funny fact, but Sarah Logan is also technically a Viking. Why don't they pair the three up? Uh, the War Raiders and Sarah Logan from the Riot Squad. The Riot Squad ain't doing shit. Liv Morgan could do some charm in on SmackDown. Sarah Logan could do her thing, and Ruby Riott, I don't know, put her back on NXT. I think she could do some great work in NXT. But Sarah Logan and the Viking Raiders, that could be an interesting combination. I just thought about that. Um, well, I didn't just think about that, but I did. I was like seeing the Brad Rules' channel, and then he did talk about Sarah Logan being a Viking and putting the three together. That would have been an interesting thing to do, honestly. And I think the Viking Raiders could use someone to talk for them. That could be nice. And speaking of tag teams that talk, AOP, they have been cutting these amazing promos, even though we don't understand what the hell they're saying. Thankfully, they have subtitles, but they come off as badasses. They come off as like people that you are like afraid of, people that you want to like say, yeah, I want to see what they do next. I love this team. I definitely think this is the best uh tag team division we're gonna have for a good while. Let's hope they don't fuck up Street Profits once they officially wrestle. Let's hope they don't fuck up the Undisputed Era. Please don't fuck up the Undisputed Era. Those are like that's probably the best tag team they got. So please don't fuck that shit up, please. But I think AOP is gonna definitely be fine. They won't be great, but they'll definitely pick shit up. I personally would have put the AOP on SmackDown. I think we're fine with the tag teams we got on Raw, and I would like to see AOP beat the New Day, make it a fresh start, make it something new. I actually would rather see that instead of what we're getting. Not saying that what we're getting is bad. It's just I prefer that. Ricochet beats Cesaro because Cesaro said I would beat up Dominic if I had the chance instead of Brock Lesnar. Uh, just a lame way to get heel heat. I personally prefer Cesaro as a babyface. This shows how much attention I pay. Um, because I remember in King of the Ring, Cesaro was fighting Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe was technically a heel. And Cesaro um Cesaro loses to him, and I remember he got some babyface reaction, and even at NXT UK Takeover, whatever the hell that show was called. But that should have been like, yeah, Cesaro should have been a face. Why the hell is he a heel? He's hard to like hate. He's got great maneuvers. But yeah. Anyways, Ricochet beats him pretty quickly. I hope they do something with Ricochet in the future because they're not doing jack shit with him. Firefly Funhouse segment. I already talked about how he just talked about fighting Seth Rollins, even though he could have talked about Rusev, get him over. That would have been pretty fucking cool. AJ Styles defeated Cedric Alexander. It was basically the same match from Clash of Champions. That one that came out in the pre-show. It was the same shit, just a little bit longer. Doesn't matter. AJ Styles wins. Who cares? Not a bad match, but I mean, I've already seen it, so I didn't care. Next up, we had let's see what's up. Lacey Evans beat Natalia in a squash match. All this thing did is promote Total Divas, which apparently Ronda Rousey will be the main lead now that the Bella Twins are retired from life, even though they're gonna be main stars of the show. Um, I mean, who cares? I like Lacey Evans and I like Natalia, but they don't know what the fuck to do with these girls. Then the final showdown. Now, before Rusev and Seth Rollins happened, a limousine parked, and I'm thinking, in my mind, I was thinking, what if Rusev has a storyline with Vince McMahon or Shane McMahon, something that to finally put Rusev over once and forget what the hell happens. Bobby Lashley comes out, basically poses, does his thing. He keeps like saying, "Hey, come, come," but they're not. They're taking too long. Lana comes out. They're making out, and let me say something. I want to make out with Lana. She is like a good person to make out with, based on like what you saw. Like that is like something that you like. Bobby Lashley is a lucky son of a bitch. And I'm sorry, honey. I'm just being honest. For those of you guys who do not know this, I have a girlfriend, so let's just hope she doesn't watch this and hope she didn't hear me say that. Anyways, Rusev is just watching, so basically we're gonna have the Dolph Ziggler, Summer Rae, Lana, Rusev storyline all over again, which is stupid because once the story is over, they're gonna get back together, and which makes no fucking sense because uh, why the fuck would we do that? Because that is just horrible storytelling, and I don't know, it was just bad. It was really bad, and I just thought it was stupid. And I was like, this better not be the ending to the show. Nope, the show ends with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, coming out and basically doing the mandible claw on Seth Rollins. That ends the show. That is a perfect way to end it. Thank God it ended like that. Otherwise, I would have been pissed. But so far, I actually have no idea what the Hell in a Cell card looks like. For all I know is that we're gonna get a Lana. Uh, I mean not Lana. Oh fuck. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt in a Hell in a Cell match, which sounds awesome. Uh, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks inside a Hell in a Cell match as well. And Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do more on that for that on SmackDown, so I'll talk more about that. Maybe give you some predictions for what's set to happen. But yeah, Wednesday Night Wars, people. Unfortunately, I have school at night. I have night classes. Uh, I literally come back once the literally I come back hella late. It's 9:40 as we speak from my time. I'm from California, so yeah, you should know that. And yeah, I'll definitely review both. They're both 2 hours. They should be easy hours to kill. And because I'm gonna watch the replay, I could just fast forward to all the shit I could care less about. But yeah, terrible show. Started strong, ended strong. Everything else was fucking bad, other than Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus Heavy Machinery. Styles and Cedric was all right. That's all I could think about. Yeah, there's that. Um, yeah. One last thing. Yeah. Sorry for the lack of videos. I will explain a lot more right now. Just briefly, just the basics. But basically, after not the Lion King video that I posted where I gave an overall thought, but the other one. the other video, I basically have like a quick wrap up of shit I want to do, and I just was not happy at that time. It was just like so tiresome, and I just wanted to do focus on other shit. And I just was not happy doing YouTube videos because there's nothing good to talk about. And I feel like there still isn't, and I just don't want to be a ranter all the time. So that's kind of why I've been gone. And honestly, I've been pretty happy with my life. And you know, for starters, I got a girlfriend based on what you guys heard. I unfortunately I lost my job, but I will be getting back into farm work or maybe other stuff. I'm actually on the radio, believe it or not. Well, not the radio that you're thinking. Like you're not gonna be driving your cars and listening to me, but you'll definitely be listening to me on the internet. I'll definitely start a podcast. I'll be talking movies. Movies have been a big thing that I've been wishing to talk about for a long ass time. So that's definitely gonna come up. I am very excited to show you guys that. Um, I'll put a link to all of that stuff in my next video, which will be either tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever I have time. Other than that, I can't think of anything else to say. Um, Also, on Friday, it's actually my girlfriend's birthday, so more than likely, you guys won't see me talk about SmackDown until Saturday. Definitely, I'm looking forward to talk about the Wednesday Night Wars, but I'll keep you guys more in touch. I am actually planning on doing a rebooking video because those seem to be fun, and I feel like I owe it to you guys. Other than a Joker movie review, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about a rebooking, and that rebooking will be WrestleMania 35. What would I change from the card? What would I do different? What would make more sense? I want to rebook WrestleMania 35, and I think that's going to be a fun ass card to look at. And very fun. I love rebooking videos, and it seems that you guys all love them despite all the hate comments I could get and say, oh, I could do a better card, which I could care fucking less if you're going to be an asshole about it. But yeah, let's just all have fun. Let's just be proud that I'm back. Everybody's coming back to the YWC. Jerichoholic 8704 just came back. Diesel 101 Raw. He's like not as around as much. Art Carter, I believe, yeah, Art the Wrestling. Let me just. Sorry, Art the Wrestling Nerd. Yeah, you renamed yourself. Sorry about that. It seems that he kind of changed his style a little bit. I think he restarted his channel, but I'm happy that everybody's coming back. Look what AEW did. Yeah, fucking motivated us to talk about wrestling. Even WWE, which is based on this show, is shitty. But yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to you guys more again. I am definitely gonna have a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, there's that. Anyways, it's me, the ALE Double X Prince. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until then, I'm